Alright, welcome back everybody. This is Gambit again, and I already don't know what to talk about. Well, we're gonna continue getting all these ledgers put into place, getting everything angled correctly, and do this for the other half of the layout, because if you remember the previous episode, I did not finish because it was a lot of time-lapse footage, and that video was like close to 40 minutes. I'm gonna try and not let that happen today, so I'm probably just gonna skip around a lot because it's literally the same thing. Like what you're looking at, it's literally this same thing for the entire time lapse, and it's genuinely boring. I know that. It's okay. So I'm probably just gonna cut a lot of it. So I did realize though during this whole process I actually kind of made a mistake, because I don't think the horizontal ledger is at the right height, because I forgot that I needed to leave enough room for the actual catwalk. So I'll probably just have to fudge it as I go, but I've already been recording a lot more time-lapse for the past couple of days. I just have to, get it uploaded, edited, yada yada yada. So anyway, we're gonna continue doing this. Also, so on a side tangent, I went ahead and bought more another hard drive for my computer. I was gonna get an SSD, but those are expensive. Well, not too bad. SSDs aren't as expensive as they used to be, but I'm still not willing to spend that much money on it because I only needed just some storage capacity. Because I was recording some time-lapse the other day, and I'll mention this again in that video when I get to it, but I was recording, and then I guess I stopped recording, and then all of a sudden I looked and it wasn't recording anymore. Turns out my hard drive had filled up with footage, because I'm recording like 4K footage, and I had like 9 hours of it, and it filled up my hard drive. So I had to stop playing for the day, stop working, and I had to go ahead and compress all the footage, speed it up, get it in a much smaller file size. And that's what I did yesterday. And then of course I went and bought another hard drive because I don't know. I guess I'm a data hoarder. Probably not, but I might turn into one. It's not bad, but anywho, I've had some days off. I'm just taking this time to rest, relax. I am going to be working all weekend, so I'll be working not like all day long, so I can still come home and do some work on Gambit. And my goal is to try and get this done and get it finished as soon as I can. Sylv has also expressed some interest in possibly appearing in one of these videos later on, so I may try and get him in one of the episodes pretty soon. I need to find out and make sure our schedules align, because I work. I'm pretty sure he has a job too, so we'll get that figured out. Plus he's like halfway across the world, so time differences are a thing. But sometimes I stay up late at night anyway. It's a bad habit. I'll stay up late at night and then I'll go to work the next day. Yeah, it's terrible. I shouldn't do that, but it is what it is. like I said, we're not going to sit here and actually watch all of this. I'm going to, skip through a lot of it because, again, it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. I don't know exactly how many ledgers there are. I don't know. I might actually go in and count them, but I don't know. I'm not going to do that, but we're just going to keep skipping through, fast forward through a lot of it. If you like that, let me know. If you don't like that, let me know down below, because I'm okay with either, just not fast forwarding through all of it. I'm also okay with doing a lot of jump cuts and only showing certain parts. I could do just live action updates instead of time lapse. Let me know down below what you want to see, because I'm okay with doing anything at this point, just as long as the video turns out good and the eventual result turns out good. Alright, and here we are approaching the final break run. You'll see in probably the next episode, I end up changing the break run again because, and I'll explain why, but the break run and transfer area, I do end up rerouting the track and changing it up just because the train only has 11 cars and a GCI train has 12 cars. I could have just left it as is, but it was bugging me. So you'll see in the next episode what I do to change that and adjust it. So that's the only part of the track I'm going to change. I hate to change it, but I need to. And I changed it to something that I feel like GCI would realistically do, given the space constraints that, again, you'll see in that episode. And so here we are, final break run. The next portion of this video, you'll see I'm going to go ahead and build all of the footers and then get those copied around beneath every single beam. So you'll see that. I'm going to show you how I built it, and it's not too bad. I think each footer eventually ends up with 16 pieces. And so we're going to go ahead and skip over to that. Okay, so I believe I recorded this all in one sitting, just placing the footers everywhere. The in-game footers, like they're not here, obviously. Got rid of them. They were square. GCI has round footings, so I just decided to make my own. It's a mix of like an adventure piece, a wood piece, and a bunch of we call them Hydro beams because they're all made by Hydro. Typically, I'm pretty sure these are all made by Hydro. He's one of our Penn Island collaborators, big on Bronation, big with Thiefmaker's Toolkit stuff. I'm sure you'll find him on the workshop. He has lots of stuff, lots of good stuff. The workshop has been a blessing. So, but yeah, I'm just using various pieces to try and construct this footer. This is the bracket I was talking about in the previous episode, I think it was, where I was trying to use it to make fake bolts, but like the ending of it is like too big. So to cover that, I end up using another piece of wood. Yeah, that. It looks a little bit funky, but it's alright. It'll work. From a distance, it works. And this ends up being a total of 16 pieces, so a pair of these is 32 pieces. And that's the footer, all in one go. It can be a pain to move this thing around, especially because they can be kind of close together. And I need it all to be in one scenery group. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and start copying these around. Because like the 3D gizmo is kind of weird. Sometimes it's not right. Sometimes the axis isn't right when you're trying to move stuff. And you know, it's a pain. Again, we're going to skip through a lot of this and just kind of fast forward through a lot of it. Just to get this out of the way. Because, you know, it's the same thing over and over again. You know, that's going to be kind of the ongoing theme with this series. It's going to be like one thing over and over and over again. I can't stress that enough. But I'm going to try and keep this video rather short and sweet today. So we're just going to go ahead and skip through a lot of this. Real quick, I do want to mention, I had to do quite a bit of research on how GCI builds their footings, because it's not just a little round piece that sticks up out of the ground. In some cases, like with Gold Striker out at California's Great America, Gold Striker sits on basically one giant concrete pad with these little nubbins sticking out of the concrete pad, these little round concrete pieces that the wood attaches to. But if it's on a flat surface, typically the entire coaster is just sitting on one giant concrete pad. From what I could tell, I think that's what I saw in the construction photos, whereas something like Mystic Timbers, wherever it crosses over like part of a ravine or a creek, there's like a giant concrete construction beneath the track. Looks like a bridge kind of, with these little footers on top of it. And then something like Thunderhead out at Dollywood, where it's on the side of a mountain, like this one is. I think it's just individual footers that are dug down to bedrock, because there's really no other way they can do it. So that's what this one is. It's based off of Thunderhead because it's on the side of a mountain. So I'm just basing this as if all the footers go down to bedrock. So that's what I'm trying to do. Although towards the end of the ride, you'll see in the next episode that I have to change how part of the layout is, and I do a lot of concrete work in the next episode towards the end of the ride. The whole station area and end of the ride is going to have a lot of concrete work. I'm not going to really dress it up with any scenery. I'm going to put the concrete work, put some of the framework for the buildings, just so Sylv has something to work with, and let him go ham. So, yeah. like I said earlier, we were going to just zip through a lot of this and just fast forward a lot of it because there's really nothing to watch other than just constantly copying these and moving these around. So the next episode, we're going to start the episode with changing the ending of the layout and doing a lot of concrete foundational work. I'm going to probably do some planter work, put some trees in, a few things here and there because I kind of have an idea of what I think this park would do with this coaster and how you get to it as a guest versus how you get to it from a maintenance perspective. So I'm probably going to do some more framework for the like the transfer shed, the station area, just so it's started. And then probably the episode after that, I'm going to start doing the catwalks. So I've kind of got a plan of where I'm going and what I want to do because I've also been recording a ton of footage. You know, I've recorded probably 20 hours of footage over the last week or so. And, you know, again, a lot of it's going to be fast forward and sped up and you know the drill. So, but please let me know. Do you like what I'm doing here where I speed through a lot of it real quickly? Or would you like to see where I don't do any time lapse at all and I just do cuts where I'm updating you live with like, okay, this is where I'm at, and I show you some stuff and then cut, and then I'm like, show you again with some more stuff done instead of doing time lapse? Let me know. Like I said, I'm fine with doing either. I can do either one totally fine. Because I want to entertain you guys. I'm just the one doing all the building. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure. This has been kind of a shorter video today, and that was the point. I didn't want to keep you very long because even my attention span is not that long. So that's what she said. But anyway, this is the only thing I've got going on right now. So Gambit is kind of the main focus at the moment with everything I've got going on because I do want to try and get this done as quickly as I can. And anyway, I will catch you all in the next episode. If you liked the video, give it a good thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. That one's down there as well, although you can't see it anymore. Anyway, I digress. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. It's just one little thing you can do. It helps out the YouTube algorithms for things to see me. You can always unsubscribe later if you don't like what I do. That's always an option. I'm not holding you hostage. And I will catch everyone in the next episode. Make each day count. And I forget how I end these. I'm just gonna... yeah, bye-bye. Hey! Hey-o!